Erosion. So water erosion is a erosion process which is done with the help of an agent, that is water. So water can be any type of water, that is river water, sea water, groundwater. So any type of water bodies which are available on the earth surface and they are doing any type of erosion, then we can say that that is called as water erosion. Erosion by water is the erosion by water that changes the shapes of the coastlines. So basically, the running water can also make any type of erosion in the rock. So there are so many processes like abstractions or tractions which play an important role in the case of erosion by water. So they pond rocks into the pebbles and reduce the pebbles to sand. Water sometimes takes sand away from the beaches and this moves the coastline farther inland. So the waves they come and they go, and while the moving of the waves they always collect some of the particles from the shore or the coastline and they take it into the ocean floor. So this is how the erosion is done with the help of waves at the shores. So waves in the ocean and other large bodies of water produce coastal erosions, and the pure energy of waves all along with the chemical content of the water is what erodes the rock. So as you know that there is the presence of salt in the water, as well as there is some chemical content or reaction which always takes place between the energy of the wave and between the particles of the coastline. So because of this, many rocks they get eroded during the movement of the waves. So in this image, you can see how the coastline is totally eroded because of the some chemical reactions which is done between the water and the coastal line or the rocks which are present at the coastal floor. Now in this figure, you can see how particularly the water or the waves they make a different landforms in the water bodies. Now, in the first process, you can see that there is a large crack opened up by the hydraulic action. So, hydraulic action is a particular action which is done with the help of some particular energy which is extremely high, which is released by the waves. So, when the waves continuously, when the low tide, high tide comes, at such cases, the hydraulic action takes place and there is a crack on the rock, and later on this crack grows into a cave by the hydraulic action and abstraction. So as the abstraction process goes on taking place, so because of this there is a big crack and that crack gets converted into a cave. So when this cave in the third section, you can see that this cave becomes very large, and hence this later on this cave is converted into a arc, that is called as arc, sea arc. So this sea arc is formed when the waves always keeps on eroding the rock, and the softer rock which is below the harder rock, it gets eroded very easily, and because of that the hard rock it remains as it is. As you can see that the headland which is seen above, this is the hard rock, and the softer rock has been eroded and it has been converted into a cave, or you can say it has been converted into a sea arc. So this arc gets eroded and it gets collapsed also later on because of continuous energy released by the wave. There are the chances that this sea arc gets collapsed down. So now when this sea arc gets collapsed, so it may be converted into a sea stack also. So what is the sea stack? You can see in the step 6, this leaves a tall rock stack. Means if it gets the middle portion, if it gets collapsed of the sea arc, then you can see that there is a stack in the section C, and the stack is eroded forming a stump. So when this particular stack after some years it gets eroded continuously, then it is converted into a stump. So you can say in short that headlands are the sea arcs are also result where two caves meet. So when you see that the caves are meeting and that meeting junction is called as the headland. So let's see what are the cliffs. The battering of the sea waves also erode the seaside cliffs. It sometimes bores the holes that forms the cave. As we have seen in the figure, how the hydraulic action takes place, the cliffs are created and then it is getting converted into caves. And later on, these caves are being converted because of the water which breaks through the back of the cave and it creates a big arc. So when the cave starts extending or it starts enlarging, then it is converted into sea arc. And this continual ponding of the waves can cause the top of the arc to fall. So continuous erosion may fall the sea arc some or the other day, leaving the arc nothing but a rock column, and that rock column is called as the sea stack. As we have seen in the figure, that the sea stacks are the straight uh, in a vertical direction. There is a straight rock that is called as sea stack. So all of these beautiful features make rocky beaches beautiful but also dangerous. So you can say that these are different things or erosions. They make the sea look very beautiful and with different textures, but they are harmful also. So in this you can see that how the rock is being eroded, how are the sea stacks been created, and how is the hydraulic action or reaction or chemical reaction taking place every time with the rock which is present in the nearby area of the coastal line or present inside the water bodies. These are also some of the pictures which are very much famous, and these pictures are also attracting a large amount of tourism because of the erosion, particularly done on them, has created a natural beauty on it. So, what are the sea arcs? The sea arcs are formed when the waves get eroded. Waves erode a layer of softer rock underneath a layer of harder rock. As you can see in the figure, there is a small hole generated in the rock. So this is called as the sea arc. And the above layer is the hard rock layer. We call it as the headland, and the downer portion is the sea arc which has been eroded. Why? Because it consisted some of the material which is very soft, which gets soluble in water. So the softer rock, when it gets soluble in the water, or it gets eroded faster, and the harder rock, it remains as it is. So at that particular junction a sea arc is created. So later on, when the sea arc gets collapsed, that sea arc gets converted into a sea stack, and that sea stack looks like a large rock which is covered with water from all the sides. So sea arcs also result where two caves they meet each other. So when two caves they meet each other, and that junction is also called as the headline junction. Now the next is uniqueness of the coastal areas. So as we all know, we are aware that the work of the sea waves, it never stops. It is ceaseless. It comes and goes. It comes and goes every time. So because of that, the erosion process takes a very short period of time. So erosion is some part of the deposition in adjoining part keeps on taking place constantly. The beaches and the bars are which are normally products of depositions are also subject to the erosion. So many times what happened, the coastal regions are always at the vulnerable risk. So anytime anything can happen, and there can be high tide, low tide, and because of that the coastal areas are always at high alert. The coastal regions are also the regions which have high density of population. So basically many times these areas they are given a special attention because of the work of sea waves which goes on continuously or ceaselessly. For watching, subscribe the channel.